Hello, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the items that are on this cart. This cart was designed for the group that I refer to as Cadets 2, which is 11 and 12-year-olds. There are 4 different carts that were designed. One is for mini pals, 5 and 6-year-olds. One for pals, 7 and 8-year-olds. Another for Cadets 1, which would be 9 and 10-year-olds, and this cart for 11 and 12-year-olds. The reason for the 4 different carts is because that is a big age range to try and put items that kids will be interested in together. So without further ado, I'm going to start by just talking about the books. And so you'll see it's a lot of novels. You, by all means, could add more novels to this. You could add more picture books. I don't have very many here, but absolutely there are wonderful picture books that 11 and 12-year-olds would enjoy. One of the ones that I have here is called The Other Side, and then there's one called African Acrostics. So it's about poems. There are some easier chapter books, but then there's definitely more difficult chapter books. One of the things that I looked for when I chose chapter books is I tried to choose titles that our kids would be able to relate with. So I tried to pick stories that had characters, that looked like them and represented them and their life. Now down here, there are 2 stacks of these that you'll find. These are the Blueford High series, and I had a special request from one of the staff at Mary Ryan to be sure to include Blueford High. The kids really get into them. So these are really short, easy reads for a lot of kids. Alright, so then let's get started with some of the other activities. You will find magnetic poetry for kids. This one's called Story Maker. And inside you'll find a whole lot of magnets that look like this in different colors to represent different parts of speech, but kids don't care about the parts of speech. They just want to have fun and manipulate sentences. And so I did one here. On a sunny day, the pirate laughed at my mom because she barked at me. And there's a whole lot of magnets. I would highly encourage that those magnets get out of the box onto the carts, just like I have here, and toss the box. There's no reason for them to necessarily go back into the box as far as I'm concerned. Next up, this one's a little dingy. You can see your cart will have a new one, but it will soon look like mine, I'm sure. This is Hangman, and my 9 and 11-year-old love this game. They play together, they play with me, they play with Dad. So you simply think of a word, and then you draw, I'm thinking of the word. I would not tell you this, but I'm thinking of a word. Let's say it's cat, and you guess D. So I come up here, you guess D, so I flip it over, and there's no D, so you get the head. And then you say, oh, I'm going to guess A. Okay, there is an A. So then I'd come down here and I would write the A in. I still flip the A over so we know it's been used, but you do not get another body part. And then you'd say B, and then I'd say, oh, sorry, that's wrong, and you continue to play in that fashion. It does come with a dry erase marker. It should stay attached here. Ours is long since gone. This game right here is over 15 years old. I was a teacher for many years, and this is my personal copy. So you'll have a new one on your cart. Next up, I want to show you have a stack of games. You should have Hazard Mountain, an inference game, Main Street Shopping, a main idea game, Capture the Flag, reading comprehension, Outlast, reading for information, so that's more like non-fiction reading, Quest for the Jewels, Cause and Effect, and Wipeout, a vocabulary game. Okay? Games. We want kids to play. We want them to have fun. But the learning can be snuck in there. That's the idea. Down here, there's a bunch of larger boxes. Each one of these boxes has approximately 10 games that can be played independently. Now they are by theme, and so all of the ones in the purple box are vocabulary games. This is reading literature games. This one is informational text, and this one's grammar and writing. So I'll do a very quick demo here on this vocabulary one. On the back is going to show you a picture of all of the games and what should be in each game. These are designed to be played alone. So this is a kit. You could go ahead and say, you know, who wants to do basket toss today? And somebody chooses that. Who wants to do Smiley's Donuts? Who wants to do jukebox jams? So we'll go ahead and we'll pull out jukebox jams. And on the front of the folder, it tells me what I need, and it should already be in there, which I went ahead and I sorted them. And it gives you the directions. It says lay out all the green and all the blue cards, and then start to flip them over until you find a match. So you come in here, they would lay out all of the green cards. All of the cards go back into this little pouch, and the pouch always stays just inside the folder. And they would lay out the blue cards, and then they would proceed to flip over one of the green, and it says Uncle Brent's lemon of a car is always in the shop. And then we're coming over here, so that's a metaphor, and we're trying to find the definition. The teacher's announcement was good to hear. No. The bedroom was a mess. No. The forest, no. The car does not work well. And we have a match. So I think you're supposed to flip one green and one blue, sort of like you're playing memory. I just wanted to demo that for you. So that is a folder game. I'll go ahead and move that over to the side. And again, there's 10 different games in that box. And so you could do that on Monday. Everybody spends 5 minutes playing one of those. And on Tuesday, everybody grabs, you know, one out of the blue box, so on and so forth. Now, I am not a big fan of worksheets. I was a teacher for many, many years. And so I try to avoid worksheets. But I will tell you, some kids love them. And if they love them, then there is no harm in allowing them to do some worksheets. And so on this cart, and this cart only, do we have worksheets. These would need to be photocopied. So there's a set here, and it says compare and contrast, and inside you will find, you know, a true false page. This one that requires a little bit of reading. Just a variety of different worksheets. Again, please do not allow them to write in this. You would need to go make copies. So you can ask the kids, is there anybody that likes to do worksheets? Would somebody like me to run some copies? Or you could just run a couple copies of the first few pages of each one and just put them on a cart in in a folder. We have cause and effect, inferring, summarizing, and story elements. These are all skills that students in 5th and 6th grade have got to master. So you'll have those on your cart. The next thing we have 4 boxes of these. They're called Match and Sort Language Quickies. One box is vocabulary. I'll demo that. We have informational text. You're starting to hear a theme here, right? Literature, grammar, and writing. These are things that kids at this age are learning. So with these, again, these are designed to be done independently, and inside here you will find 8 different games. You open it up, you pull one out. There's idioms, frequently confused words, dictionary skills, synonyms and antonyms, context clues, similes, metaphors, Greek and Latin roots. The one I'm going to pull out is called academic vocabulary. Again, the directions are right there on the back. Sorry, I pull it out, and it says read a white card. So you see some are a white background and some have a yellow background. And I have to find the yellow definition that goes with it. So if you analyze the language in a poem, you will understand the meaning better. So I'm looking for the definition of analyze, and I come over here. Oh, look, it's the first one. To study something closely and carefully. That sounds pretty good to me. Now, as a teacher, or as the lead in the room, there is a deck of answer cards. And so this first one is for Greek and Latin roots, but in here there will be an answer card, and it will simply have, you know, the word, the definition, the word, the definition. So when the student gets done and they say, hey, I'm done, of course they're always going to race. They don't have to, but they do. And then you come over real quick and you double check their work. Yep. Please pack it up for me. They pack it up. And then you proceed on to, either switch with somebody else, give them a different one from, that somebody else finished with. See how many they can do in 10 minutes. I mean, make it fun. Something I will say about any of the materials from Lakeshore Learning is that they always, always, always come with wonderful directions that will tell you, what's in here, what is this game for, and then when you go inside, there's always going to be a section that's called Extend the Learning. And so if the kids are getting bored with it and you're like, what else can I do with these stinking cards? They're just sitting there. There are going to be ideas for you. You do not have to try and make things up, although you can. So you're going to have 4 different boxes of those. Next up on the cart, I have bingo. I'm not going to open and show you how to play bingo. I think everybody gets the general concept, but I will tell you that this bingo is going to stretch their little brains. We have homophones, we have synonyms, we have parts of speech, we have prefixes and suffixes. Okay? So, all sorts of games because we want learning to be fun. One thing I think I forgot to mention about the books is that not only did I try to pick titles that have characters that represent our members, but I also tried to pick books that have a good theme to them, preferably a social emotional development theme, so when I get done reading the book, it's something that we can talk about, something that they learned from. You can add whatever books you want. I ordered all of these books from a company called First Books because they're really, relatively cheap, inexpensive. Some of these titles, I might have paid $2 or $3 for the book. You go on Amazon, you're going to pay $8 or $12 for the same book. The bad news is when you go back to First Books to buy more, they don't always have the same titles. There's sort of a clearinghouse, like a warehouse where once it's gone, it's gone. Sometimes they get it back, but you don't know. Thank you for listening. My name is Jennifer Raymond, and you are always welcome to email me, jennifer.raymond@bgcmilwaukee.org if you have any questions. I will be visiting the clubs on Thursday evening. If you are at Davis, I will be there in the afternoon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.